morning everybody, welcome to the flower patch. My name is Iris Smith and I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Good morning everyone, I hope you had a lovely evening. I was nice and warm in the house with the fire going, so I was quite toasty. I just wish to thank everybody guys, sincerely from the bottom of my heart. A fabulous, big thank you for all your wonderful messages, especially yesterday concerning the hanging, I don't know, call it a wooden ring arrangement that we did with all the pine. I had lots of wonderful, very heartwarming comments. And guys, it brought a little tear to my eye. You're all so wonderful and I deeply am so grateful. Words cannot explain how much I appreciate your feedback on my videos and that I inspire you and things you've not seen before and that you want to give it a go, and it gives you ideas. It's just really touched me so much. So I just wish to thank you all around the world. A big, heartwarming thank you. So today I'm going to do just a vase arrangement for Valentine's Day. Yes, guys, Valentine's Day for all your beautiful loved ones, or even just for a family member like your mum, your granny, your granddad, anybody like that, or even your brother or your sister, for them being helpful or around you, and being just close by, and you appreciate what they've done for you, or just for even being there. So I've decided that I've ordered another two of these small crescent shaped wreaths, grapevine wreaths. I have attach them both together using some of this wire paper. It's wire with paper around it. I don't know, cord that you can attach around, and that's all I've done is attach it around and go around like that till I got to the other end, and then attached it and kept them now together. So it's because they're not very thick, so I've got a bit of more space to place things in. So if you haven't got any, guys, I've got it in green as well. So get some. They are great for wreaths, especially if your wreath is a little bit loose and you want to tighten it. And with it being brown like your grapevine wreaths, grab some. They come on a reel or a roll like this, and they last for ages. So what I came up with today, because the lady said, I think it was Bob, I bet you lay in bed at night wondering what to do for your tutorials. Occasionally I do, but by the time I go to bed, it doesn't take me long and I fall asleep. So it's usually when I get up in the morning and I come into my workshop, bring my cup of coffee, which I've got here in the cup my sister brought me, and I sit for about 10 minutes just looking around, looking at the colours, and then something just pops in my head and then I go with it. So, and then other times at the weekend I plan what I want to do and write it down on a piece of paper what I want to do each day. So we're going to do a vase arrangement, and because I've got this one with a love art, we're going to do it in that. And what I want to do is attach this wreath. I've put foam in and I've put a piece of a long stem in it, because I've put scraps of foam at the bottom and then some at the top, cut it out, and I've put a stem in to hold it in place instead of gluing it. And I want to attach this on like that, like the crescent shape. Oh, one moment guys, I think somebody's here. Hello? Hello? Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye. Sorry about that, guys. So yes, going back to it, I want to attach it in. I will use moss pins, and I've got some thicker wire here as well to make a U-bend to attach it in to hold it down. So I want to do that. Bring the flowers around to this end, maybe have some drooping down the sides and some round the sides here as well. We will see. I've made a bow, but I've done it just with 3 loops, 2 with the love hearts on, with 3 tail ends. I've chopped one tail end off at the back so you don't see it, and then I've got just a nice little silver one in the center. So I'm thinking of placing that either at the bottom, dangling down the vase or vase, or maybe here. I don't know whether to turn it one way or the other. We'll go with it, guys. So that is my plan to do with these today. So if you've got anything like this, even if it's wreaths, you know, small 8-10 inch wreaths, and you want to attach it to a vase and do your arrangement around the vase, go with it, guys, and enjoy. So first of all, now this seems weird getting out foliage and that and flowers, because I've been doing that many of the poinsettias and Christmas things, but it's great. So first of all, I've got out some parfavolia. There's a few oddments in there, but then a couple of bunches. So I've got some of that for my movement, and this looks lovely with red roses. I've also got out, I've just grabbed these, I placed these on a while back on single picks, some fern just to add in as well. So we've got that. I have cut a piece of ivy because I may want to hang that down the vase as well, or attach it around the crescent wreath. I'm not sure yet, we'll see. I've just cut 3 pieces of elm off a bush or stem. So with it having movement, and I like movement, I think these will look lovely. I place them against the roses I've got, and the red roses bounce off of these with them being a rich, deep green, my favourite colour. I've also got one stem out of one of my favourite foliage, the silver dollar eucalyptus. So I've picked away at this one, so some bits are missing, but I thought I could use the rest maybe to add in as well. Now I've got some of these, and I had them last year as well, and I loved them. They come with a piece of string on because they are classed as swags, where you hang them upside down, and these are divine. If you're wondering where to get these guys from in the UK, go on Wilko's site. You will get them from there. It's funny where you can get some wonderful things from shops that you don't really know that would sell things like this, but they are on the Wilko's site in the UK online only. So I think they're about £7 for one swag, because it is called a swag, and they're on paperback, so I do pull these off. I mean, this has been used, they are fuller than this. If I grab one, I will show you how full they are. See, I've still got them in the paper, but they come like that. You just fluff them up and, you know, move them around, manipulate them, and they are fabulous. I have lots and lots of pieces on to play with. So that's those. I have cut off a stem. I've cut these short because I know where I want to place these. Some veronica, and I want one at the top, one at the bottom, and one in the middle. So I've cut these short because they are on quite long stems, and I don't want them that long. So I've chopped those down. Hello. Oh, one moment. Here we go again. Sorry. Hello. Oh, hello.
There you go, madam.
Thanks. Have a good day.
And you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gracious me. So sorry, guys. Right. Second time round. I haven't had any emails because I've not really looked what's coming today. So my apologies. Right. And I've also got these flowering lotus leaves as well. Because these are wired right to the tip, you can manipulate them, swirl them around your finger. I've cut these off the big branch because the big branch is 100 centimeters long, which is a meter long. So I've cut these off instead of placing it on here, and we're going to use some of that again for our movement. Now for the floral, I've got these out, these bellflowers. These are so adorable. I think I got these guys from a company called Ruffles Creations. She is fabulous. I'm sure I got them from there. It doesn't say on the tag. It's just got the barcode. But they are white bellflowers with beautiful foliage. And I've got 3 stems out, but I don't need 3. I just wanted to grab them and keep 3 together in case. So, and I think these are really, really pretty. I've also got out my bridal white roses. I used these a lot when I did weddings this year. These were a very popular flower. I do them in pink as well, and you know, some in red, and the brides loved them. So they're very realistic. So I've got those out. I've grabbed a bunch of ranunculus and then placed these before we started because I've got a bit of glue everywhere. Some of the heads on little picks themselves so I can dot these around. So that is what my plan is with them. And finally, I had just grabbed them, some of these, put a band around. I don't know how many I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's different. But I've got 10 velvet touch roses, deep red. Aren't they just beautiful? I love these. Really realistic, really, really realistic with their foliage. So that is what I've got. There's a lot to say. There's only a little wreath, but I probably won't use everything. I'll just cut snippets off of things and things like that. So what I'm going to do for now anyway is sit down and we're going to try to get this grapevine wreath attached into my vase. So I'm going to alter the camera and I'm going to attach the bow to it also. I've kept the ribbon out in case I decide to do a tail end somewhere. So let's bring it down. I don't know if you can see. I think you can around there. I don't know if you'll see me, guys, but no worries. Right, so now let's try and get this. And I want it so the love arts is at the front. So I want it to sit like this. I've not put no moss in or attached wreath wrap around my foam because by time I've got everything in, that will be covered because there isn't much room to show the foam on the inside. So that will definitely be covered. So I'm wanting to sit it so it's going to be like that. So first of all, I've got my thick, I think these are 16 gauge wire, and I'm going to U-bend it just like that, just like your floral pins, as you can see. And I'm going to go down the center here of the two wreaths, there, and then I'm going to bring this one with it and hold that down on that side. I may have to put a few, but I'm also going to put floral pins in as well at the bottom for that extra support. So that seems to have helped that. I'm going to place a couple here, or maybe one, holding both of them together, going one either side. If I can just get that in. Oops. Let's just have a look this way. I've got to try and get through the grapevine. That's one in. I'm just going to knock it down. Cover your ears, guys. And on the end here, it's hanging over. I'm just going to trim these. So I've put my glue gun on in case I want to glue it slightly. So I'm going to get the floral pins now, and I'm going to go up near to the bottom of the grapevine and push them in. Put one side of the pin in the grapevine and the other in the foam. That's, again, just giving it that extra little support to hold it in. Do one here. I may just put a bit of glue again, just where the floral pins are, just to make sure that they don't slide up. Just to hold them in place. So I'm going to let that dry just a moment. So I've just, if you can see, I don't know, done it like that. So now it stands like that. So it's now, and you do the same thing if you had a wreath, a 10-inch wreath. That's if you're going 10-inch, whichever size wreath you're going to choose. If you've got a bigger vase and you have a bigger wreath, you just do the same as well with that, and then it will just hold everything in place. You can, if you want, place a bit of glue underneath here, but I don't feel I need to. I've put quite a few pins in, and the, you know, green gorge wire as well. So I think that's more than enough. So let me just have a cup of coffee. Now the bow, I couldn't quite make my mind up. And I don't know whether to have it at the top either or just at the bottom. For some reason it's crying out to me at the bottom. so it's on the end, so it's not interfering with anything up here or here, with it being, you know, 6-inch loops. I've done that because with everything I've got, they won't look out of place, you know, once they're all in. I've put a cable tie on the back instead of a floral wire because I'm going to cable tie it around this grapevine wreath. I'm going to go through. Let's just guide our I hope that hasn't come. No, that's in. I'm just going to turn it this way, guys, and guide it through that wire there. Just want to make sure that it's sitting correctly. Oops, I got it the wrong way around. Oh my goodness. Let's just do it properly again. You think I'd be able to see it with my glasses. And I'm going to bring that cord so it's basically, we have it like that. Usually I place something in the center, but I'm thinking of placing a flower in there. Not sure which one just yet, guys. So let's just cut that excess off. And I may chop the odd tail end off or further up the vase. I'm wondering if I could roll it. Just give it a little bit of, I don't want to roll it too much, just on the ends. I could have used a thinner one, but I decided to use this. I quite like this one, this ribbon. Other way, gone the wrong way. Just make a little cluster of the curls, small little curls. So it just makes it shorter on the vase instead of going all the way to the bottom. So that's what we've done. Our glue is secure. And again, we will see. So there we have it. So here we go. Happy Valentine's Day. Bit early, but never too early. Right. I've got this. Now, I want to just look at this, where I'm going to place this. Because I do think I want to place one, yeah. I'm going to place one behind here, so it's coming down, and I'm going to bring it down to about there. On that stem anyway. I may just take that bottom one off. And I've got another sprig coming off here, so I can manipulate one under the bows. So we're going to place that one in right on the tip behind the bow here. And if I feel I want to add some in to the bit of foam that I've got, I will also do that. I'm going to entwine it into our bow, that's one there. And just have that hanging over the side. I'm not sure about any more of this. I may do that, guys. I quite like the look of that, where it's elongated. So it's going like so. I mean, this, you can move this one forward if you wish, but just have it here and then coming down on this side as well, but not as long as this one here. So I can move one of those up. I like this ivy because it clips in. Maybe move that one up as well. Cut that one. So I've moved a couple of leaves around so it's not as long. So let's get that one in. I'm going to bring that there. Just bring that around and then bend. Oops, I've dropped one. And just manipulate it so it gives that round look like that. And it's also got movement, so it is nice and movie. That's what I like. So again, I've got elm. I could bring this side lower. I may do that with this piece, but I'll bring this piece at the back. Yeah, we're going to do that, and we're going to bring that around here slightly lower instead, and have this the shorter side where the bow is. So we've got that. And again, bend it coming in so it's not sticking out. We're going with the shape of what the grapevine is, so we want that curve. Now I've got pieces where I could bring out here as well and join up. I ought to get my lazy Susan out. She's done nothing. She hasn't been at work for a while. And join the elm up as well. Because we've got it there, join it up on the opposite side. Like that. And just bend that stem as well. See if I can bend that one. There. So we've got that at the back. I've got this one left. I'm not going to place that in just yet. I'll hang on to that one in case I want to use it elsewhere. Right, I've got some fern that I'd like to bring in at the back. Let me just grab my lazy Susan. It's easier than to manoeuvre it around. I don't know where she is. Oh, I don't know where I've put her, guys. I thought she was on here. Is she at the side? Oh, goodness me, I don't know what I've done with her. She's usually here. Oh, she's here, look, right. Oh, here we go. Lazy Susan. Let's just get rid of her. Place her on. Oh, that's a bit higher now. Let me just see if I can see, or you can see. Let's just alter it. I will bring it up so you can see the top as well as the bottom. It's not so much the bottom of the vase that you need to see. Right, fern. And this is going to be a front facing arrangement. And we're going to bring this across here because we want that shape where it's sitting like that. Again, following the shape of the crescent. Just and these I've got wiring, so they will go over. We'll bring a few more of those around, like here. I don't want to just leave that, you know, on its own. We want to join it up. You know, just slightly bending them. Bring it slightly forward. Oh, what's that? I'll put a few. And again, go here. As soon as we start, go from about 9 o'clock, we will then turn our fern going downwards. I don't want to go too far across here with the fern. So I'm just slightly bending the top of this one, not down near the bottom, just so you can just see that shape. So now I'm going to start bringing one slightly out that way. If it's too much, I will snip it back slightly. And then we're now going to come down with the other. I've got something else in here with it. Some other fern, just spotted. So now I'm going that way, around here. So this 9 o'clock point is my, to remember me now to go stop, face or place the fern going downwards. I'm going to have one more here. So we've got it now looking like that with the fern. So we don't need that. I'll put those in slightly a bit later. Now let me have a look if I want. Oops, one's popped up. I'm going to put the odd one of these in, guys. I'm not placing... not got one on. I'm not going to be placing them in big bunches because it's, again, taking into consideration it's only a small crescent shape that I'm going to just place in single ones like that instead of you know, a few. Let's just tidy that up. So I'm going to like bring them just slightly in front, but I don't want them covering all that. I want to lift them slightly higher. So when I mean by that, instead of placing it here, I will place it higher. So then that will lift up my foliage to sit higher than the rest. Like that. one hasn't got a leaf on it. I don't know. Let's get another one. Again, you can, you know, bring some of your other foliage forward. So I'm going to place that one up here. I may only need about 3 of these, guys, or 4. And place some of the ivy on top of it. Just tidy that up. And I think one more up there as well. Again, I've got this smaller piece here. I could bring that. I could bring one around the side just to incorporate, and I'm going to stick this in the foam. So that's coming out from the side like that. So it's filling that little piece, of the bit of gap up there. I did throw another one away like that. I'll place this bit. I'm going to bring that round here at the back. Like so. Isn't that pretty? I don't want no more of that. So it's only little bits of everything I've got out, little bits that I'm cutting to use. Now, parfavolia, I think I'll place in nearer to the end. So I'm going to get, how do I place this in first? I'm going to place in the flowering lotus. Again, I've cut bits off in different sizes. I think I've cut some quite long though to bring around. And they may have little twiggy bits here where they've not got anything on. That's part of the actual stem. It, you know, it adds a bit of decor to it and interest. Just swirl little bits around your finger like that, just to curl them, just to add that extra little piece of interest. So I'm going to cut that stem shorter. I don't need it that long. Let's have a look. So I'm going to bring one up here like that. Again, I'm going with that side of the wreath. So I'm going to do that, and then I can manipulate these to sit however I'd like them to sit. Again, that's just adding that little extra to the foliage. I could get some with a flower on. So I've got a bit of floral then around the outside. bring one in. Yeah, I'm going to bring one inwards. Oops, daisy. Can't. Let me just get a bit more glue on it, guys. I'm going to entwine that as well. Here, have some sticking out. And these are great for filling in little gaps because you can move them in different directions. And I do like wispy things sticking out, all different lengths and heights. Again, because I find that that adds to it and it gives it that more of a natural look. So then I'll bring this one down here. So, and then bring the odd flower popping up. So I've got some smaller pieces, I think. Well, I may bring the odd one on the inside at the top as well. Cut those long. So we'll use this one. We'll bring that one here as well. On the inside. And then because I've got this one, I want one of these flowers to come out from the side. So I may cut that bit off. Save that. Let's have a look. Yeah. So I'm going to place it in at the back. Just to bring and bend that flower forward. Bring that slightly down. So we've got that effect. Now I've got one more where I can make a flower. I think we need one at the top. On the inside. So we've got those going all the way around. So I'm not going to put any more of those in. I don't think we really need to. We'll place those on the floor. Right, I want to place in 3 small veronica that I've chopped. I want 1 up above here, 1 in the centre, and then 1 down here. So let's can bend the veronica as well. It doesn't have to, you can bend it so it points straight out or have a little bend to it. And just bring that there. So we place that one at the top there. I'm going to bring one here. Let me get that glue string I've just spotted. I'm going to bring one here coming out. And then the last one I'm going to bring, turning, I don't know, I may turn it slightly upwards to form the crescent. Or I may just bring it down, going downwards, because this is all going down. So we'll have a look which is best. I don't know whether that's... I'm just trying to manipulate that bit there. Where have I gone with the other? Oh, it's here. So let me just see. I think it needs to come down. So I may place it under the bow here and bring it down near the front. So let's lift up our tail ends. And I'm placing it in the foam. So we've got it at the front like that. Right, now this is stunning. Do I place in the flowers before I place in this? Because this may take up a lot. Let's just rip one out. And I've torn this out as it is, but I can take it all apart into single stems as well. You don't have to just have it once you pulled it apart like that, because it is on paperback. But that looks quite nice. If I open it like that, it looks, I'm sort of more of a natural, I like to see things naturally, like they grow together, in all, you know, shapes, forward, backwards, front, sides, whichever, you know, up, down, as just one. And by placing that in there like that and just parting all of the stems, I find looks quite nice. Now these again are on paperback, so I'll have to take off this paper. It is horrid. I have some smaller than the others. I'm going to take that. And place that with it as well. That's a big one. So I've just taken them off singular like this, and I'm placing them all together in a bunch because these are all on single, this singular. So to make my own pick, I'm just placing them all together in one bunch. And then I'm going to place some floral tape around them. So let me just move that. So I've got them together. I've got my glue gun on today. I'm going to place a bit of glue on the stems here. Place the tape over the glue I've just placed on, so the tape stays in place. Then start wrapping my floral tape around, and I'm going right to the bottom, and then I'm coming back up. Get that glue. And then I will tear it off for you new beginners, and I leave myself with a little bit like that. I put glue on there, on this little piece of tape, and then carry on wrapping it around. It's just so then that bit of tape doesn't start to eventually come undone. I need a glue stand. This doesn't stand up because of the cord. And I'll just carry on wrapping that around like that. So then that floral tape sticks to that, the rest of it. So now we have our own little pick again. So I can just manipulate, because they're all wired, how I'd like things to be. And I could place it in like so, as a pick, like that. You know, separating them so it looks more natural, like the things are growing individually, well, within everything else what's in there. So let's have a look at the other one that I placed in. I think I'm going to place that one in. Do the same again. I'm going to do the same on all three. That one's hardly got anything on it, but I'm going to do the same on all three, just so then it saves time doing it one at a time. Oh my good gracious. And this is just to, you know, make it look like it's a stem instead of seeing the white wire or the wires underneath as well. And that one. Oh, it doesn't stay. Oh my good gracious, let it lie down. I need a stand, but the thing is, it's the cord on the bottom, it gets caught on it balancing. And I've had stands before, and the ones I've purchased are just no good. It's quite a big gun, so, well, quite thick. think it just does what it wants. And then carry on going around with that one. So that's all 3 done. I can now throw that in the bin. So we're going to place in, as I said at the top, this in it, so it's got movement, and it also, with it being a pit with its own foliage, it also adds that different texture to it from the foliage you've chose.
See you later.
Where are you going?
To work.
I thought you're not on.
No, I am. I'm on the clothes today.
All right, okie dokie. See you later. Oh, I didn't know my son was at work. And then I'm going to just place that one in there. And again, it's got its own movement. I like that. I find it like a cottagey movement, you know, floral, romantic sort of look. And I'm going to place this one around here, and then the other one down here. Again, just bend things, make them look lovely. Be a loved one. Let's just manipulate this. I may have to manipulate it a bit more because I don't want it taking over, because it is quite long. So let's have a look. Yeah, we can place it there. Just bring those in. Doesn't that look pretty? It looks like a cottage wall where you get all the wild floral all entwined with each other, just growing. Right, we've got, I think, maybe enough white flowers in, so we may not need those. So I'm going to put in our roses. Now this will bring it alive because of the deep colour. Let's just take the band off those. Oh, they are pretty. Now, well, I'm going to place one right at the top. I need one at the top. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut it here. I'm saving these. These are what I place through for you new beginners in the vase to hold the scraps of foam at the bottom and the one at the top, and push that down the centre right to the bottom to hold in all the foam together. And that's what I've done on here. So I'm saving those as well. They could come in handy for other flowers that haven't got thicker stems, and you would, you know, replace them with that. What I want, let me just see if I want it to, oh, that's so pretty. So we're going to place that in, and I'm going to just get between everything. Just slightly bend it round so it goes around. And then I could bring that little flower under it. Isn't that lovely? Oh, isn't that really sweet? So we've got that. I'll do it again. And I'm not just going to form with the roses a ring around the centre. I'm going to do like I like to do, like a zigzag effect. I'm going to bring that one's in. So I want this one coming out slightly more. I will bend the head slightly inwards, so it's like that. And then I will bring the other one in around here. So you've got the zigzag effect. So that one. And slightly out. So then that one. Yeah, that one in there. Like that. And then again, this one coming out around here. And I'm putting 5 here and 1 on the end there. And I'm giving them their own space between each other as well. So we'll place this one around here. Just slightly bend the head forward so you can see it. So that's there. And another one down here. I don't want those. So we're going to use 6. So let's cut this one as well. They're so realistic. I can't get over the quality of them. They're so soft to touch. And then we're going to bring this one here around where this white flower is, somewhere just below it, because I don't want it right there. And then again the last one on the other end. So do I place it? Oh. Or I could put the other one. No, I'm going to keep it there. I'm going to take the bottom leaf off and just cut that little prong. And I bent it like an L because I'm going upwards like that. I don't want it too... the stem going too far or anything, so I've bent it like that. So that is what we have. Doesn't that look really pretty? I'd like that. Somebody gave me that for Valentine's Day. And then this I may sit where the rose is, the centre of the ribbon. I'm just going to see. Yeah, it's got to, instead of, oh, I don't know, it does look nice on it. Mind you, I could put the little red ones on the end. We're going to bring that as well up. Let me just and then point that towards the centre of the ribbon. So we have that, guys. Isn't that pretty? So I will save all these. I have a bucket down here that they will go in. I'll place them there for now. So we're not going to use these because I think we've got more than enough, because with the roses. Now I've got these again. I could bring the odd one around these, and these could be dotted in and around the roses also. So let's see. And these are just like, you know, I'm using as little buds, even though they are ranunculus. I'm just using them as little buds. Having big flower with the small. So I'm going to take this around the back. And then bring that. Just bring a little bit of the flowers. Bend the head. Just so we've got a little bit of red there. I am going to bring some coming down as well. I want that to also show that it's, you know, being elongated down. Probably another 2 coming down. Probably a bigger one. Or maybe 2 buds. At different lengths. Yeah, 2 buds. At just different lengths. So we'll get this one, again lifting our bow. We'll pop the head slightly up on those as well. Just gonna see behind. So we've got those sticking out there. I think I'm going to cover the back with over here. The grapevine doesn't need covering at the back, just a bit where the top of the vase is. So now these, again, I'm just going to pop in around in between the roses and the foliage. Bring some out at the side also. just slightly cut that one. One up there. Turn it one right at the top here. Again, I'm placing in the buds and one on the end here. I don't want, oh, I may place one on the end because I've got one on the end there. So I'll place a bigger one on the end like the bottom is. I can't see under that. I think I may just join one in there. Just stand up to do this one. Got 3 left. I'm going to bring one down here, right at the bottom here. I'll bring one. I'll bring a second one there, right on the end. Just a little bit further out than the other one. Not much, if you can see. I think I may bring one down here. So we'll get that one down here on the outer side. Just mixing in with the floral. And I'm slightly bending all the heads. I'm not bending them too much, not every one. I'm going to put a bit of parfavolia in and around the centre, because that is a bit far from the centre. Or I could stick those last little pieces of rose leaves that I've got in and around. I could place on a pick. And if you've got any oddments of foliage, you know, to use the oddments of foliage. They come in really handy for anything. So we'll have that one there. And then this one. Just place that. There. Doesn't that look pretty? I'm going to, just while I'm at the back, place in some parfavolia. I may place in a bit of elm as well, just to cover just the back area. Let's just grab this elm, with it being a longer leaf. And what I'm doing is just filling in the back here. And I'm getting the elm, with it being longer as well. I'm sticking these into the foam. And I don't mind if I have the odd one hanging. I want to place one perhaps going around there as well, so that it sits like that. So it looks like these here are all entwined, and I want another here, bring that just behind as well, and this will also support this from keep flopping over by placing this in front of it. And we just have that one hanging of the elm at the back. And then get a piece of parfavolia to go with it. Let me. What have I got here? I want something with a bit of life or different touch. So in here I've got a bucket of bits and bobs of foliage. I'm going to put that in, a bit of hops, that's place that in the centre. So we've got something, you know, happening at the back. You can barely see that one. I'm trying to look for a slightly different leaf or lighter in colour. Here we go. I've got a bit of bay leaf here, sage leaf, sorry. I'm going to just use that. Just a bit of one of it's on its own. Because it's quite round, it's going to take up a bit of the any other. So we're just going to do it like that at the back. So that's all that's going to cover, and as you can see through the front, you can see the parfavolia sticking up in between the ribbon, which gives it that little extra touch. So we don't want any more of those. So let's get bits of foliage that I've dropped on the floor. My sisters gave me about 20 white poinsettias because she doesn't know what to do with them. She doesn't want them, should I say. So I shall be placing those on picks, and because they're only the heads, and putting them away for next year. So now we've got that far with it, I want to just add in the odd bit of white rose and the parfavolia. So we just want to have that little extra white rose. I keep seeing a glue string. Just popping its head up. And these are rubber back. Now, as much as they look lovely, they all, you put hot glue on there and the hot glue will melt the rubber. This is a tip for you new beginners. Let me just place that there because I'm going to have to chop others. And they will melt, unfortunately. It's a shame. Some people don't mind if they melt, they just place them in. I don't like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 red hearts and 6 white. So I like to take some of the rubber off. So what I do, I get my snips, however long you want to do it, where you've got the wire, because I will be cutting these to down to about here anyway. So I'm going to, from about central point on the stem, get my snips, and don't cut the wire. You can feel the wire inside. Just pinch the rubber with the wire and cutters and snip the rubber, going all the way around the wire inside. Once you've done that, pull this rubber off, and then you can use that then without the stem melting. And then it looks much tidier, in my opinion anyway. Everybody, again, you do what you do. Everybody's got their own way. You can cover it then with floral tape. As well. I sometimes do, I sometimes don't. When it's for a wedding, I definitely do. If it's going in a wreath and it's going to be hidden, I sometimes still do. It all depends really. But just keep snipping the rubber around. And if it even, you know, doesn't matter how long it takes you to do it, it's not a long job. It's better for your customers, especially if you're selling them. They don't want to see burnt rubber or anything like that. This one's a different colour for some reason. Never mind. But you can feel the wire inside. So you just avoid snipping that. Just go around it. So there we have it. So all the rubber at the bottom is now off. It's not going to melt. I mean, if I placed on some of my glue, and as soon as you push that, oh, let the glue, it just won't stand. As soon as you push that, once you've placed the rubber on into, let me use this leaf, the foliage, the rubber as well will just bend. Look, it's melted. It's melted on the thing. It's now got it. Yeah, it's all soggy now, where you can twist it, and that will go. As you can see, it's getting thinner. I can get it off there. It's getting thinner where it's melting. So you have to just, and if you want, you could just pull it, and you'll start seeing a hole occur, and that's where the glue is going in. So it's just not worth placing it like that with the glue on in somebody's wreath or arrangement. So I tend to just take precautions and take it off. It's like, as well, if you've got moss and you're using moss and you're using rubber and you place it in, the rubber will just go up and gather upwards like a scrunchie. You know, you've got a scarf on, it will gather up to the top, and then just get this. It just starts to melt and gets very thin. And some people, you know, again, don't mind that. Everybody's got their own way, haven't they? You know, I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just my way of just protecting the rest of the rubber. But what we're going to do, because we've got 6 red roses, 6 white. So where the red is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I keep seeing a glue string. Just as I'm about to do something, my eyes go down. I spot a glue string. Right. What I'm going to do with these, just place it first. So I'm going to put one there in between these triangle of the red roses. Now we've got the triangle of these red roses on the outer side. So then one comes on the outside. And then you've got your triangle here. So then one goes back in the middle. And then I use this one this one and this one, and then one goes back down here. Oops. Like that. And then I've got one for this end to go with those, and then one for this end to go with those. So they will sit like that. And that's just, you know, again, just place things in just before you decide, you know, yes, I like it there, or anything like that. So that's what we're going to do with these. So now I know where I'm placing them. I've got a bit of wire stem now to place into my grapevine wreath. And I can dip it in my glue pan without it burning. So we'll go through there. And that can have a little cluster on the end with that. That's with that one. Then we've got this one on the outer side. Just move that eucalyptus. There we go. I don't know where to where to hold. That's that one on the outside. And then one back in on the centre. There. And then one down here. Within the bow, and then we've got our one on the end. And if you feel that you need to cut the rubber, a bit more rubber off because you need it the stem even shorter, that's fine. So I need to go just under. So that is all now our red and white roses placed in. Do they look beautiful or what? I think they look so pretty. Now I'll just cut some oddments down before. So we've got some oddments. I'm just going to place one more there. I can just see a little bit of the foam. There we go. So what we're going to do with these, we're going to go just bring some in and around the center of the crescent wreath, and just so you don't see all of the stems of everything else. You can get other foliage, you can get things like salal, sage leaves, fortunia, rose leaves, calleus. Gosh, all they're coming out now, guys. Oh, isn't it wonderful? Yeah, you can get a little bit of ruscus or Oh my good gracious me. Yeah. Or a bit of the pineapple leaf, textured leaf. Oh my God. There's lots. So I may still, just place these, some here. As you can see, I'm bringing it there. I may get some more of a solid leaf to go and cover a bit more of the grapevine, instead of just having these. Because the more you place, for you beginners, the more you place in little leaves like this to cover your grapevine or your foam, if you place things like this, you're going to use a lot more of these than using just a leaf that's a bit fuller, more of a solid leaf and wider, because they will cover up the gap more. But I'm just using these because not just for this, I may still end up getting some, but I just want to incorporate the parfavolia because again, they look beautiful with the roses. They really do. Just bring another one. I'm going to bring that. Yeah, I mean, if you still want to see, some of your grapevine, that's fine. I think I could do with just one more different leaf than just the parfavolia in the center, because then it makes it look like it's too much of a ring effect. As much as it looks pretty, I think we still need a little bit, another different foliage. Again, get out, if you've got some of your scrap foliage, what you've got oddments of. They will come in handy. So because I've got a basket full, guys. I really have. Put that there. There's my basket of oddments where I can rummage through. I've got to stem there. And just find, solid leaves like that. Bigger, what will cover a majority. And I'll use that one. So that blends in quite well with what we're using. Just bigger leaf heads. Let's try. I've got some roses in here as well. Rose heads, petals. So we'll maybe take that off. Oh, I've just broke it. Oh, oh my goodness. I've got some of these, but these are too bright. They're too bright for what we're doing. See, I've even got those. Aren't they? They've got a bit of berry on them. Oh, there's another one. So I may just incorporate those somewhere. Yeah, I am. It'd be nice if I've got another one. Oh, what's that? No, I thought that was another one. Oh my goodness, yeah. I've got a lot of different types in here. Some I may not even have enough to make, fill a lot of space in. I think I'm going to have to go through this. I can't find, oh, what's that? Maybe. So it's just finding something. Let's just see. Right, I'm definitely going to place these, one here and one here. So I can see that there's a little tiny gap. So just by using things like this, guys, instead of throwing them away, save them. and you can cover, you know, use them as filler foliage. That just looks nice with a little bit of something with a berry on. I'm going to place one here as well. And that does that. And this one with the bigger leaf on, I want to place on the inside around here where you see a lot of the parfavolia. So I want to break that up by placing that there as well. So we'll go in and around here. We'll just break it up, you see, and that is hiding. Bring a bit of the parfavolia back through. You don't want to cover it all. But that is hiding now majority of your centre of your wreath. So fluff up your ribbon and get the glue off me. Let me just have a look from afar. I think something's needed up there, so I'm gonna have to rummage again. This is a light coloured leaf. So I did see a couple of these. So if I put one on one, there we go. If I place one on one side, I'm going to have to do it the other to just balance it. So I've just got some, these are lighter colour, so these are different tone of green. Again, what will add more interest. I can just see it there. So I need one in it there. So I'll just place that one in. And then place that one down there. And then that should be enough. Oh, I keep catching myself. So guys, that is our lovely Valentine's Day arrangement in a vase using little miniature or 10-inch crescents, and using those for to stick into the vase, to give you something, to create something different instead of just a normal vase arrangement where you just place in your flowers. And this is helping you give you a bit of shape to your arrangement as well and make it look lovely and pretty for your loved one. And again, not everybody likes red roses for Valentine's Day. I know a few of my customers who don't like red roses. They prefer, you know, either pinks or white, just whites, something like that. They're not a red rose. Or some people just don't even like roses. I know a few people like that as well who are not a fan of roses. They prefer things like peonies You know, they're a beautiful flower as well. And they're lovely too, you know, for a nice arrangement for Valentine's Day or for any day, really. And this could be for any day. If you wanted this for like a Christmas effect as well, just take this bow out and put a Christmas bow in instead. And if you didn't want these roses, place them in with poinsettias. I don't know if you can see me. I think, yeah, let me just come back a little bit. Maybe you can see me, guys, I'm not sure. I can't tell. But maybe, yeah, you'd like to place in with the poinsettias instead. You can still add foliage like this, you know, but just, or bits of pine, use pine as well if you want pine needles and that. But mainly what I'm saying is use that idea of attaching a crescent shape in a vase, or even just a full ring in a vase, and doing a crescent shape piece, you know, and having part of the wreath on show. And again, you could do that and just add whatever flowers you like in, you know, whether you're being Christmas, Valentine's Day, or just as a gift, you know. Sorry, I've got glue on me. Or just as a gift to somebody, you know, to say thank you, or that you love them, or, you know, you're thinking of them, whichever, you know. And I hope you can give it a go, guys. Again, if you do have the smaller rings or crescent ones, attach them in, you know, like I did from the beginning. And just also, you know, just fill in the back a little bit. I haven't gone up here. I've placed in an elm leaf just to go up there, but I haven't done anything here. And then I brought just things slightly hanging over the back as well, because once it's sat at the side somewhere, if you look from the side, you will see you've got foliage then just coming out at the back, and it looks a bit more complete instead of it just being flat. So bring in foliage at the back to finish off a little bit, to show that it's not just everything's there. You've thought about it and you've taken some of the foliage just around the back as well. So I hope that helps, guys, and I hope you enjoyed that. Something different. I quite enjoyed. So, you know, I hope you enjoyed it too. Sorry if you think it's a bit early, but again, you know, being in the business, you have to be 1 or 2 seasons ahead of, you know, what the season is we're in now. So we have to be doing and getting designs or, you know, arrangements done to sell for just before Valentine's Day, so people can all, you know, come and get them and things, so on and so on. So and then we'll be doing spring, so as well after Christmas, that'll be starting. Sorry to rush you. I know people say time goes too quick, but I'm sorry. You know, it's just what it is. So I hope you had fun. Please subscribe, share and like, you know, to your friends, to your family, whomever, guys, your colleagues, anybody who you know, your neighbours, and just, you know, inform them that to give us a little watch, and maybe they'll subscribe to my channel, and it may give them ideas to start and do things themselves too. And again, thank you so much from my heart for all your fabulous comments. You know, it is such, you know, heart, it's just, oh, it's just very touching, guys, you know, very touching. And I'm deeply grateful. So keep your comments coming. Again, I love to chat. So I don't just place on my messages, on my comments, when somebody says, oh, that's absolutely wonderful. I don't say thank you and that's it. I write a sentence. I can't help myself. It's just the way I am, because I love to chat. So have a wonderful day. Again, please subscribe, share and like. Take care. Wrap up warm if it's cold where you are, guys. God bless, good health. And I won't see you tomorrow, because I've got another wreath to do. I was going to do it yesterday, but I've decided I'll wait till Friday, and then I've got to go through some more of my buckets, ready in time for the new year, to get them all tidy and, you know, all prepared and waiting to start being used for Valentine's Day and spring. So again, I'm off to my choir. Oh, Sandra, I know you sent me a message saying, have I got a Christmas carol choir concert? Yes, I have. It's tonight. We're doing it, singing all Christmas carols, and in church, and even the audience get to join in with the choir as well. They get a booklet with the songs that they join in with us, so they can have, you know, joyfully sing away. So, and I'm looking forward to that. I do like my Christmas carols. So I'll see you on Monday, guys. I don't break up from work till, I won't be here on the 23rd of December, but I will do Christmas Eve. Well, I will do one on Christmas Eve, and then I'm off then. Maybe for a week or a week and a half. I'm not sure yet, but you'll know when I'm back on. So I'll see you shortly, and take care and have a wonderful weekend, everybody. God bless. I love you all, and bye for now. Bye-bye. Let's just have a close-up. Let's bring, so I don't tread on anything. There's a beautiful, if my camera can get in. Oh, it can't, not that quick. I think it's trying to register it. Let's have a look. But there's the lovely ribbon. Oh, my camera's having trouble getting in, guys. Let's see. Is that better? If I'd make it darker? No. There we go. I've done it. So there's a beautiful velvet touch roses with my favourite flower, the ranunculus, with the bridal rose, and again the ribbon that we've used with the love hearts, and just a bit of silver with a bit of webbing on the ribbon, and some of the flowering lotus, the parfavolia. I've added these in. These I love. This is off that swag where they've come with bits of astilbe as well, seeded astilbe, and different types of foliage. And I love that foliage on it. It is lovely. And it also comes with some grass foliage. Then we've got our fern here at the back. We've got that little seeds that I popped in as well. Our buds of our ranunculus. Let's just, oops a daisy. We've got our veronica here. We've got our eucalyptus, and we've also got our ivy also. So that's what we've done today. And the back, if I do a close-up at the back, I don't want it, I feel it's, I haven't central, but that's at the back where I've put a bit of sage leaf, hops, just a little bit of hops, some elm leaf as well. And I've just brought some hanging down just to fill in this little back piece, to bring it and incorporate it into our arrangement also. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I hope that you give it a go, ready for Valentine's Day for your loved one. Take care, and I'll see you on Monday. I love you all. Bye for now.